Bro, Dylan is the worst. He's just like totally the worst, dude. I just have to say it. I have to come out.
Nah, Levi.
I have to speak my truth.
Levi's
man.
trash. Levi's trash.
Dylan's the worst.
Levi got the worst takes. Levi got the worst takes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We weren't just fighting or arguing. We were just being. Wait, what?
What the hell?
What was that?
What was that? Was maybe the worst
just
opening
happened?
to a stream? Technically,
He was not like that before.
No.
Oh no.
What happened?
Every technical issue we could have had was resolved.
Okay, so let me
Literally
break it
right
down.
before we started this.
Hello,
stream.
viewer. Well, I'll
What's
introduce
going on?
myself in just a second. So during the countdown, Dylan like stood up and started dancing, which made me laugh. And so then I unmuted my mic and started going, "Oh, Dylan's the worst," joke. And then Johnny's face just fills. Dude,
I thought he was
what
doing
the
like
hell?
a gag when I saw him in the little box. I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, okay,
God.
he's doing something." And then
That was so weird.
well, what a way
Okay,
to start a stream.
It is the all new Nerds live.
We're
We
back
did not
at
do-
it, boys.
We're back at it. We didn't do one last week because it was or do we do a podcast? Like, we did.
We
one
kind of
last
took
week.
a little bit of a break, eh?
It was the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
Dylan, and really it was just the Super Bowl. I wanted to do stuff. It was just the Super Bowl, and Dylan was watching the game. That's all it was.
Hey, I was
So-
looking for the Kenobi trailer.
Hey, so yeah, I'm Levi. That's Dylan. Johnny
what's up?
should be with us. It was literally working totally
The,
fine about 30 seconds ago, and then he just
From
it
the
could-
whatever years I've known Johnny, technical difficulties have always kind of been his MO.
We got Brent and Arturo in the chat. What up?
Yeah, what's going on? Brent's
you.
like, bro, what is Johnny up to?
What
I
is-
don't know. I don't know half the time.
Yeah, what's wrong
And
with
he's
that
not.
guy, man?
I expected to start this stream and end this stream with Johnny in it the whole time. And,
to end
he's not here yet.
Johnny. Ain't nothing here. Ain't
ain't
nothing
nothing.
here.
Sheev, what's going on, man? Hey,
Shout out to Sheev.
I'm looking. Yeah. If you're on the VOD, not a lot of people are in right now. Go to Sheev's Discord, find out on Twitter, enter that giveaway. He's giving away Funko Pop, stuff like that. Pretty sick.
Vader's
And
Lair.
his Discord is
Check it
pretty
out.
sick. So
If you're
go
watching
check
on
it
the
out.
VOD, check out Vader's Lair. The winner of the Star Wars Santa Sheev the Wise bet. Cad
So,
Bane
yeah.
got killed.
So what did you get from that bet?
I wasn't part of that.
Oh,
It was just a
okay,
long running
gotcha.
bet between him and Santa. That's
Got it,
that's
got it.
old news though.
That's
Cad
Santa
Bane,
stuff.
Cad Bane's dead as a doornail. He's
Oh,
done
yeah.
so. He's done
Dead as
so.
hell.
Dead as hell. But yeah, so
Yeah.
we sort of missed a lot. A lot happened in the nerd world. I'm kind of hesitant to talk about it without Johnny here, but like because of the Super Bowl, Doctor Strange trailer drops, new
Yes,
Moon
sir.
Knight, tons of
Yes,
DCU
sir.
stuff with the Flash and Keaton coming in, and that's all
I may
that's what's going on.
up.
Yeah.
Wrong
Okay,
mic.
now I was trying to do a good transition. This guy pops back in. What am I
Yeah,
supposed
there
to
he
do
is.
about that? What is this?
Tried to
Can you-
do it and it didn't work.
It's a
It
moment.
didn't work.
This is a moment.
This is what you get for trying
That's
to
what you
open
get.
with a bit.
That's gonna that gets to stay up there for a couple minutes.
I'm gonna delete it.
What happened to music?
Don't
They're all
you
over
dare.
the place.
Don't you dare delete it.
I'm not.
What, so
well,
what were you trying
Dylan's
to
the
do
one
a
who.
bit?
I
was the
just
bit?
tried to like do like a hey, look, it's Johnny. Like it's like close up on Johnny. That's really funny. And then my camera got unplugged and this whole thing.
Well,
I got a janky setup. At college,
It
so-
was funny. It was really funny.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't though.
hilarious.
I'm gonna.
hilarious, dude.
It's funnier in my head.
That was a good
That's what happens.
So I guess. we're about
Anyways,
5
what are we
minutes into
talking
the
about?
Stream. What do we want to get into first? That's what
I
I'm
was
trying to figure out.
introducing the
There's a
fact
lot.
that there's a lot, and so I know
There's a lot.
I think that you're
Mug, what's
kind of.
We made it to Wednesday, boys. We've made it.
Yeah,
We're
I can't-
halfway through.
I
What
can't
is
believe.
that? What is that? What is that from? That screenshot. I'm trying to think. It's a good one. It's a good one. That's a very good one.
It is a
Proud
good
of
one.
you.
So,
Proud of you.
quickly, I think it's Monica Rambeau variant of.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Of,
All right.
All right, we're
no,
getting
I'm
it.
gonna
All right.
settle this. I'm gonna settle
Let's
this.
just jump in.
Multiverse of Madness time.
Anyone,
Multiverse
if
of
I,
Madness.
if I
Jump in.
hear someone say
Multiverse
that's,
of
that's
Madness.
Tom Cruise's
It's-
Iron Man one
that's
more time,
Tom Cruise's
I'm
Iron
gonna
Man.
lose my mind. It's not him.
Is it not?
If they
No.
wanted to show, if they wanted to
Just
show
kidding.
Tom Cruise Iron Man, they would show Tom Cruise Iron Man. It's not him. It is
Should I pull the trailer?
1,000% not him. No, you
Is it
shouldn't.
the thing I
Yeah,
should
but,
do?
yeah.
No.
Do we want to get taken down? No.
Well,
You can do
last time.
screenshots.
Do
You
we?
can do
I don't know.
screenshots.
We're too late.
Yeah,
for
come
that.
on now. Still image. What?
Okay.
What?
Whatever, Dylan.
Hey, do you
Don't-
want to
no.
stream?
Anyways, but
Doctor Strange.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not Iron Man. Like I've heard that so many times. Like
I
if
know.
they want to show Iron Man, they will make sure you know it's Iron Man.
Yeah,
And not
they
only
won't put it
Captain
in the
Marvel.
trailer.
And there's a 4K,
Here.
so they released a 4K
Oh yeah, here's a picture.
She's
version of
she's-
it too.
She's black.
Like it's not. Also, it's like
And
a,
she
it's
has
so,
Captain Marvel's literal like the powers
it's
of
a
Captain
frame.
Marvel.
The frame of it.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's like
I'm
it's
getting
two
it up.
images in the frame because Monica Rambeau actually doesn't look like that, so you can sort of see
Bro,
it there. That's Monica Rambeau.
If someone
Yeah,
says,
that's not Iron
"Oh,
Man.
that's
my
Tom
guy.
Cruise," no, that's Tom Cruise, man.
It's Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
That's
People
Tom
were
Cruise.
saying that though, Dylan.
I've heard that. That's all I've heard. That's all I've heard.
That's what people were saying.
Superior Iron Man. That is superior Iron Man. Tom Cruise, superior Iron Man. You are insane, man.
Man.
Insane.
You just roasted our
I'm
crust.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Arturo.
Mike, what's up?
I
Glad
love.
to see you
I'm so
here.
happy you're here, but I just like that. No.
This is what I'm saying. The only reason we
No,
got
what is-
taken down for the Spider-Man one is because we just let it go the whole time. That was on us.
Man, just do screenshots. We're not.
Man,
We don't need
come
to
on,
do a
man.
whole. We don't need to do a
Ain't
whole
no risk
thing.
involved.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
just,
I
I,
always-
I just
Steve's
figured
right,
it'd
though.
be
You gotta pull it
up.
way
Yeah,
seamless
yeah,
if we
yeah,
just
yeah,
went
yeah,
back and like.
I
scrolled
think
through
honestly, Johnny, I'm giving Dylan crap, but he's right. Just pull it up and then we can just click.
He's
through
out
it,
of
like-
line, but he's right.
I
He's
give
out
him
of line.
crap because he's wrong.
Okay.
I get
well,
a lot of crap here, guys.
Well,
Brent, Brent, I am offended.
this
I am
guy,
offended.
he's
like,
offended. Iron Man is not in the movie.
All right. How do we want to
He
do
is
this?
no, he is in the movie. But if they want to show Tom Cruise again,
He's
listen,
in the
as Iron
movie.
Man, they would make sure you know it's Tom Cruise as Iron Man. They wouldn't
Hey,
just
so
be
let's
like
talk
Yeah.
about this.
a throwaway thing.
This movie's directed by Sam
Insane.
Raimi. How crazy is that?
Yes.
This
Sam
is
Raimi,
Sam-
Practical
this is
effects
my-
guy.
My everything.
my everything.
king.
Johnny's love.
The king.
That shot of the camera going into Wanda's eye.
so
like-
good, so
Wow.
good.
Oh, yeah.
So Spider-Man 2.
It's so Raimi.
It's
That's
so.
that's my
so
favorite.
Raimi.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite sitcom. That's so Raimi. It's just a.
It's true, man.
Hey, can you?
Yeah.
You know what? Raimi.
Yeah,
Raimi made the Gilder.
it's calm Cruise in the trailer and
Tom
Doctor Strange.
Cruise.
It's
All
calm
right.
Cruise.
My favorite actor.
Raimi made the
Thank you,
Gilder.
Mug.
I want to put that out there. That man
Raimi
crafted
made
the
Gilder. That's
crafted the
true.
Gilder
Well,
theme.
I mean, he didn't. No, but
Well, he did
but
that.
well, no, but you're right.
Blade that pierced
Johnny,
his.
Nope.
what do you think about this?
That line, yes. What?
Chief says he bets money we'll see Toby.
Oh,
There
for
is
sure.
there is absolutely no way we will not see.
I've
Toby.
heard this from you so many times, Johnny.
Yeah.
I've heard this. I've heard this
There's
come out of your mouth about so many
no-
different characters.
Well,
that
he-
just have
I mean,
No,
not-
he
You just highlighted it.
Dylan, you're wrong. You just didn't hear him right. That man just said the most. He said it the most insane way. He is saying that you will see Toby, but he said it. There is no way you will not see Toby. That's what he said.
There's no way you will not see Toby.
Yeah,
How do you
he's.
breathe with all the extra words you put in there?
Yeah,
I don't.
we're seeing
It wasn't
Toby.
that big of a deal. You guys are making it way bigger of a deal than it needs to be.
way
I
bigger
think.
of a bigger of a deal.
Nope.
All
Didn't
right.
sound like that.
All right.
Nice
Oh,
try
do we have
though.
to- oh, hold on.
No,
now,
I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna
Do we have
leave
the
if you do it. I'm gonna
Do we
leave
have
if you
the
do
clip?
it. I'm gonna leave if you do
No,
it. I'm gonna.
I have it on
I'm
my
gonna.
phone,
I'm gonna
but-
fire. I'm gonna fire both of you, and I'm gonna leave.
All right. Hey, if you
All
want to see a really funny bit, go check out our last podcast. Go podcast back.
How do we
Anyway.
want to go through this trailer?
Yeah. Just like click. I don't know. Yeah.
Liam, what is
that's
going
good.
on?
That's good. Liam, welcome.
Willkommen. So yeah, this movie looks
Cumberbatch.
crazy, and we see
This
a
is different.
bajillion different
What's going
variants.
on here? Tell me what's going on.
So that's America
Um,
Chavez, and she's strung up, and she's got like star teleportation
there's-
powers.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's.
dude, so let's look at the star, man. That's America
She's
Chavez
cool.
using her powers.
I forget
For
there
sure.
is like if
For
you go to
sure.
the beginning of the trailer, you see where these tentacles are coming from. It's coming from this creature. The name has escaped me right now, but he's like an obscure like Marvel dimensional villain.
This
It's
thing
like he's
here?
like a beast. Yeah,
This
yeah,
thing?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
forget that- I
So
forget
do you
the
think
name.
this is gonna be like a big part of the movie? Or
Hey,
do
you
you
know
think
who's
it's
gonna
be
know?
like-
I
Lavelle.
think that might
Lavelle
be
knows.
I think that might be the third act, maybe.
Listen, Lavelle is on this stuff.
Okay, so
Dude,
this
dude
is
is
third act
knowledgeable.
stuff.
I think so.
Levi.
Dude, I got no clue. This is my least. I have like, I got no
I'm so out of the blue.
idea.
With or in the blue? I don't know. One of them. I don't know a lot about this movie outside of.
Thank
the
you,
exact stuff
Sheev.
they've
You
given us.
guarantee Cabin will be killed by Boba.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Anyway,
makes sense.
From what I gather, of
He
this
agrees
film,
with me.
From my understanding
I like
of
people
the
who agree with
Marvel lore is that there is a group known as the Illuminati who is made up of the
Hey,
most
Jason.
powerful. what's up, Jason? Who's made up of the most? They're made up of the most powerful variants of cool characters like Patrick Stewart, Professor X.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
And like
wrong.
like the Fantastic Four, people like that, and they're on like
Yeah.
a
Iron Man's
council,
in there,
and they,
right? There's-
Superior Iron
and
Man,
it-
Tom
and
Cruise.
is it like sort of like the TVA, but like more low key,
So the Illuminati, yeah.
low key TVA, where they're not
Trying to
like
think of a
it's
good
not like
way
a
to
big
put it.
bureaucracy, but
They-
they're just,
yeah, they
they're
basically
the
are like
Illuminati.
the multiverse. They're basically like the council that makes the big decision, like the big decisions. So I guess the
Gotcha.
TVA in a way, sure, because
Real-
they.
yeah,
So they're like they're like a secret organization that kind of controls like. So for instance, when Hulk like went fucking ballistic, like when he just like went, no one could control him, and this is the catalyst for the Planet Hulk thing where he goes to like Sakaar. That's a comic story.
yeah,
The Illuminati makes the decision to ship Hulk off to into space, and he make that
Right, right,
decision. So
Gotcha.
that's, but this will obviously like the Illuminati here will be like multiverse.
And so
like,
in this trailer,
multiverse
people are
stuff.
thinking, and I'm thinking from what I've read, that you see him getting carried out by those Ultron, like it's Superior Iron Man is probably who.
yeah,
who
I
made
mean
those
it's
bots,
it's
but,
definitely he
like-
would
Oh,
be
right,
the ones who
that's-
made them.
like the robots, and then to the council, and then you see what's probably Patrick Stewart's Professor X.
I
there,
mean,
this shot here. I mean, like, look,
Yeah.
it looks like that looks like an Illuminati to me. It's a council of
I think it looks like
a bunch of people
some
with
people
a
in
mysterious
chairs.
voice.
Yeah.
That and some people in chairs.
We all know who
and
Mystery
stuff
Voice
and-
is.
Right? It's got to be Professor X.
Who's Mystery
That-
Voice? Who?
It had to be Patrick Stewart, right?
What?
What?
What? No way.
No.
No.
Nope.
So yeah, and then that's my big takeaway from this is going to be crazy cameo movie, and
What do you
Wanda's going to
think
go
the
nuts.
Illuminati is going to be consistent of? I think it's going to be Reed Richards. I mean that we know because I mean like
That'd be
you could
sweet.
if you turn up the contrast and zoom in on
see,
the
like, the
person on the
four.
chair on the right, yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it. So and he's in a blue costume, so I think it'll be Reed Richards. I don't know if it'll be the version from the early 2000s or it will be everyone's
is
saying
happening?
John Krasinski. I don't
Lavella,
know.
do you have my face as your profile
Yes,
photo?
he does.
What
I
is
s- I-
what
yeah.
is this?
What is that? Where did he
What-
get
what-
that? I have a lot of questions.
Well,
that
I mean,
don't
it's
really-
a
I don't
thing on our
really-
channel. Look at
I don't
these.
really want to ask, but
Well, it's out there.
okay. I hope
I'm
it
just
does. I
saying-
hope it. I
Oh
hope
no,
it's out there.
that's out there.
I
I'm
hope
just,
it's
like,
out
like,
there and not like
Our
you know.
fans just use our
was
faces
taken.
on there. Like we got the Dylan Shea hater. Remember him? When
Yeah,
it's got
I do.
Dylan-
That
got
guy.
some-
That guy.
It's got
a
some
lot of beef with
child's
that guy.
face.
It's not
Anyways,
me though. It's not me.
I know. It's just some kid.
Anyways, but yeah, so I think it'll be. I don't know if John Krasinski is another option. Everyone's saying,
Yeah,
oh, John
people
Krasinski's
say
gonna be
that.
in it. I mean, that'd be intriguing. That would be certainly intriguing. I think he would be great, and I would like Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman. I'm for that casting. But anyways, I think it's gonna be him, Tom Cruise. I mean, that's pretty much confirmed at this point. And then I do think Captain Carter will be on the Illuminati because originally in the comics, the Illuminati is Iron Man, Professor X,
Illuminati.
Black Bolt, Namor,
So hey, yeah,
Black Panther,
people
and Doctor
are gonna
Strange.
get lost because I'm already getting lost. But something
What?
I do know that was
Where am I
confirmed in
losing
this
you?
trailer. Well, just I've never read a Namor comic, so people listening are like,
No, but I mean, well, he's gonna be.
I
he's gonna be Black
understand, but,
Panther
like,
too.
I know that, but I'm saying like in terms of the making out the Illuminati, a lot of people who are MCU fans probably don't know. But what
That's
I'm
why
trying to
I'm trying to explain it.
I know, and I'm saying without context, what I'm trying to segue to is what we do know from this trailer that people who have been following the MCU can connect to is that this film will directly connect to What If, and you see in the
Yeah,
poster
I mean,
Captain
Yeah.
Carter's shield, and you actually Millie on our Discord. Honestly, we should probably pull this up. She is like a straight up internet detective, and if you're in our Discord, you can see in I believe it is the Marvel chat. She got a freeze frame of straight up the animated What If Doctor Strange for a
I can
split
pull
second
it.
in the
that's
trailer.
that's everywhere. But
Like,
yes,
That's insane though.
Oh
yeah. So we're gonna have a hold on, but let's. I want to focus on this Illuminati thing because I think it's really interesting.
Okay.
I want to focus on that. But
Hold on.
so
Be that
yeah,
way.
so the Illuminati,
That's the
I
picture
I
there.
do think yeah, so that's gonna happen, which is pretty cool. It seems to be in the What If style. I don't know, might be. I think it is. But anyways, I do think
See
Captain
what I'm talking
Carter
about?
will be. Never heard of the Illuminati. Hope the movie explains it. Yeah, they absolutely will. They absolutely will. I don't even know if it'll be the same exact. Their purpose will be the same, but I I don't even know if they'll be called the Illuminati. I wonder if that's like too controversial for Marvel Disney.
I mean,
don't know.
they've showed the like imagery, right? Like in the poster, you can see the triangle with the eye or whatever.
Oh
I don't
really?
know if Illuminati.
No, I think
necessarily would be-
that's different.
I think
that's
just the eye of
I think
Agamotto.
it's the eye from the
Agamotto.
Oh, got it,
tentacle
okay.
monster.
I have. Oh, that too. That too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think Captain Carter. That'd be interesting if she's on the. We'll call them the council for the people who I don't want to get confused. The council. There's this multiverse council.
The Vogue
essentially.
dimension.
Right.
I think Captain Carter. That'd be an interesting thing. I don't know what her inclusion is going to be. I do. Yeah, I think it might be on that
Right.
team. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
And
they've
we
always
also-
said, "What if?" Is
Yeah.
like you should watch it, right? Like
Right.
it's still
We
they've opened
also
up the
do
door
know
to
that-
everything being.
What if
MCU
haters?
related.
Johnny Hamilton.
I don't like the show, but anyways,
It was all right.
we
It was
do
all
know that also we do know that there's going to be an Avengers team of some sort. Like that is confirmed. That I can say. There is an Avengers team, not like the MCU actors we know. It'll be I don't know what the lineup will be, but it'll be different actors with different characters. So that's
Right.
gonna be interesting. Maybe Captain Carter's on that team too. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's crazy.
Actually,
it's
that makes-
madness. It's madness.
Actually,
you
that
know?
makes the most
Insane.
sense because the cliffhanger for Captain Carter was she got recruited by Nick Fury, and then
Oh, you're right. Yep. I think that'll be it
and
then.
then like. Wasn't
Yeah,
that
so
another
there was a shirt for Doctor Strange too. It's literally just an Avengers logo. It's a new styled Avengers logo. On Amazon, you can. It's interesting. Anyways, merchandising leaks are so fun.
Hey, I think people are getting bored of the multiverse of madness. So let's talk about the other multiverse of madness, Warner Brothers.
No, I don't
Oh.
want to talk about that yet.
What's going on? I
don't
don't know
already.
this.
You want to
It's
talk about the multiverse of madness that is the Warner Brothers?
You want to talk about
board?
confusing?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, I got
Are you shitting me? You want to talk about confusing?
Yeah, but is,
Get the pictures first. Get the pictures first because it's not gonna make sense if we don't. have the
Marvel
pictures.
Multiverse of Madness is like, yeah.
Yeah.
DC Multiverse is like,
Right
What
now,
picture
it's
we
right now.
pulling
It's like, look up Michael Keaton.
yeah, Michelle Keaton.
But yeah, so a little bit more about Doctor Strange.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, to
Okay.
make them in the meantime. In the
All
meantime.
right.
Well, I've looked. I don't know what I'm looking for still. I looked up
Go to-
Michael Keaton.
Can you just do it, Levi?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wait,
I'm
the
clearly the
Keaton-
one
just-
that doesn't know what we're
Just look
talking
up look up Keaton in the bat photos, the bat suit. Keaton in the
Go,
suit.
just look up news. Look up news. Don't look. Just. We should have had this done before.
about.
Anyways,
I
we
don't
can't,
understand why
unfortunately, Arturo, we can't talk about Peacemaker because Dylan isn't caught up like a buffoon.
No, I'm sorry.
Levi and
I should
though.
be.
I'm in the know.
All right, I'll do
I'll
it.
plug
Dylan.
my
You got-
ears.
Then you guys
Dude,
need
I
to
hate that
to
cow,
handle
man.
this then.
That cow is messed up.
I'll talk
Roast.
about it. Dylan, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Thank
This
you.
guy. This
All
guy.
right,
Wait, I mean,
so talk about something.
talk about something, anything. So basically, while Marvel has built up for years upon years to get eventually to this point into the multiverse with Loki and Wanda and the Darkhold and all this stuff, DC is using Flashpoint to create a multiverse within their already
But it's not a it's so
retconned, expanded universe within it, because Ben Affleck's gonna be in Flashpoint, but
that'll be
also
it. That'll be it.
but also Michael Keaton is gonna come through to then have his own multiverse because he's gonna be in verse because he's gonna
but
be
it's
in
not his
Batgirl
multiverse. He's gonna be the Batman proper now.
yeah, but he's gonna be the Batman of this universe. It's like why? Like what is happening? It's just it's
Woo!
yeah, it's disappointing.
I love when stuff don't make sense, and they picked the Batman from like the 90s.
89 Batman.
89 Batman, baby.
Michael,
I mean,
Michael-
I like Michael Keaton a lot.
I mean, would
It's
you
just-
would you have picked Bale? Would you try and get Christian Bale?
No.
Okay,
No,
then
he
what?
wouldn't.
So then, what other Batman is there? George Clooney and Val Kilmer? Adam
Robert
West is dead.
Pattinson. Just reboot it off of Robert Pattinson.
But that movie- that movie-
LexCorp exists.
I know, but that movie
LexCorp
isn't out
exists
yet, dude.
in
Like, they can't-
in the Batman universe.
but,
LexCorp
like,
exists.
They can't. The
That's
Batman,
a
Mike,
canon fact.
but the Matt Reeves Batman universe is already. It needs to. It's not the movie's not even out yet. Like they couldn't have done the Flashpoint with a Batman that isn't even established. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, how you gonna do
But-
that?
All right,
How you
here we
gonna do
go.
that?
All right, so this is
right.
what he looks
Johnny's
like. I
on
mean,
it.
3, 2, 1.
Johnny's on the
If you don't want to see spoilers, I mean, here we go. So that's his suit.
Look at that.
It's definitely a modernized version of the Batman Returns suit, which is interesting. Same cowl, or basically same cowl. It looks very animated series, which I do like.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like, I don't want another old Batman, man.
Lavelle is crapping on the
What's wrong with an old? Oh, I
crapping on
see.
the old
we
Batman.
just got Ben Affleck, and he was like, I mean,
Right,
like
he was
his
like
was
the-
modeled off the Dark Knight Returns, so I was just
Right.
like, sorry.
Well, hey,
Levi's
we're getting the new Batman,
completely
which is year
covered.
one. Like,
Levi is complete. That's true. I mean, we are getting a young Batman
Yeah.
and an old Batman. That's true. That's fair. And then here,
The Birdman.
and this isn't even the weirdest thing. Here is J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon
but
and
young.
Michael Keaton as Batman together.
Yeah, it doesn't
Here
make a
they
whole lot
are.
of sense.
Here they are. And
Oh.
And for those of you
Huh.
who don't know, Simmons is Gordon
and-
in the DC
Right,
in
right,
the
right.
in the
EU,
DC,
right?
in what we know, proper now. I mean, and then here's another shot of him.
But he looks younger.
He looks younger. He looks good though. I'll say it. He looks
Yeah.
great.
I'll say
I like,
it.
We've never seen a redheaded Commissioner Gordon, and I think it's interesting.
they're
I'm
breaking
liking it.
boundaries.
They are. It's true. So I
It's true,
don't know. I don't know how to feel.
And people are really clowning on the Flash suit on top of that.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
have been making
that's,
a lot of-
I'll pull it up. Let me.
yeah, a lot of people are clowning on that. But anyway, like so how are they're not gonna tie in Joker or Keaton or excuse
No.
me, Reeves at all.
No.
And
no.
but they're going to
They
make
have made that clear.
but they're going to make a Joker sequel and a Matt Reeves sequel,
Correct.
and not
none of them are
and
in this
those aren't
universe.
connected either,
Nope.
and aren't
But
going to be
DC's
connected
Kickstarting their
Flashpoint.
new DCU, but they're not
with-
including.
but only with other versions of people in the already existing DCU, but then also Michael
It's
Keaton.
so confusing.
Does anyone at
from-
Warner Brothers
from
know what they're
89
doing? Like, do they have like when they
Yeah.
talk to each other? Are they all just confused and they're like, I don't know, we're just making movies?
That's how it
Like,
seems.
I
to
don't
be.
understand what's going on.
It's basically it's a Morbius. This is a Morbius.
No, this is not as
But
bad.
Morbius,
as
Morbius will probably make sense once it's out at least.
Will it?
No.
I hope so.
Will it?
No.
Will
No.
it?
I gave them a chance with No Way Home explaining it. Nope. Didn't explain.
Well,
Didn't explain
Morbius didn't.
anything. Didn't explain anything. No idea.
Yeah, no way.
Absolutely
I
have no idea.
think it's one of those things I was gonna make that that's the greatest comparison I can do. Is this is as if instead of it's like if the Punisher movie from like 2003
Mhm.
did a tie-in with the 90s crappy Captain America film. It's like what?
yeah.
know, it's like, Because it's its own thing, but then they're taking from different versions of this already like crippled, hobbled thing, but then not connecting to the actual other things they've made. They have made
Yeah.
other films. DC has made films. The Batman comes out this year.
in less than a month.
Joker made $1 billion, won an Academy Award. That exists too. They just made that, and instead of connecting it to that, they're connecting it.
I'm fine with
89
Joker not being connected to anything.
I agree. I'm just saying
I'm fine
it's
with
weird.
that.
I'm just saying it's weird. that
It's
they would
weird,
make it
but like,
and not connected.
and the weirdest thing is,
Also, I admit, not my best movie.
LexCorp exists in the Batman universe.
Hold
Like
on, I'll
we
be
know
right
that for a fact. Like that's been shown.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. It's like what
In
what
the-
is are Superman gonna eventually like what are we doing? I don't know.
And I mean, in Peacemaker, they're talking about Peacemaker's a whole other thing too, because Dylan's gone. We can talk about it for a second here. In Peacemaker, they like talk about like Gotham and Metropolis, and obviously Amanda
I don't
Waller
yeah, that's
is
such-
part of it.
that's so-
But
they
then,
brought-
like,
they did the same thing in freaking Eternals, so I don't even like.
what do you
doesn't
mean?
even make sense. They brought up Batman
Oh
and
yeah,
Superman
yeah,
in Eternals
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so here's a flasher. This isn't the best look at it, but I mean,
Looking
this
like
is,
a little bit of Lightning McQueen there. Ka-chow.
the texture. I am all for the classic suit with the. I love the lines.
It looks like the bottom
texture
of a
the texture
Skechers
is really
sneaker.
the texture is really weird on the helmet and then the suit. Weird contrast. It's very very odd.
It's all odd. Hey, they released photos from Black Adam though, and that looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
is that-
Black Adam looks great.
But is it in the DCEU? Because Henry Cavill's
I-
Superman isn't in it, and,
Don't
and they're
know.
not going to use Cavill, so
Don't
it's
know.
like
I don't know.
it's just exhausting.
I
It's
don't know. I mean,
exhausting
like,
to tell someone to be.
I'm at this point where I'm just like, I'm gonna look at every single new movie as just its own thing.
Its own little pocket universe.
And you know what's gonna be bad is they're gonna try to connect it, and it's not gonna make sense. That's what they're gonna try to do.
It's not gonna work.
No.
I mean, people are already the fact that they have 2 Justice Leagues already, 2 of the same movie made by two different people.
And a Justice Society of America now in Black Adam.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah.
They have JSA. They're introducing JSA in the movie. So I'm excited for Black Adam. I think it'll be good. I mean, it's literally The Rock has been cast as the Black Adam since the early 2000s.
It's been a while.
Insane.
He's been cast as Black Adam since he was the Scorpion King. You know what I'm saying?
Little under 20 years.
There's no way that's
years.
real. It has not been that long.
Yeah, I swear.
God, that's insane.
I found an article. I don't remember the year.
Johnny read something on the internet, and you should believe him.
What do you mean? I found that. What do you mean?
I don't know. I see
the
what
article.
You're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
So yeah, that's another thing. I mean, what do we got? We get the Flash, Black Adam, Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2. Okay. I mean, like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Booyah! What does he say?
No,
my man.
My man. But yeah, Cyborg thing. That was a whole thing. Yeah, Black Adam. I think it'll be good. And then yeah, the Flash. I mean, the Flash.
The Flash.
We'll see. We'll see. I love the concept of a Flash movie. I
want to see David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't. I just want to know what that film was. I want to know what it was because it's so bad.
I don't think it would have been that much better. I think people are
at least would have made sense. It's so confusing
sure.
watching the final theatrical cut is one of the most like hectic. Like
yeah.
What is this? It's just so
That's
weird.
Fair. That's fair.
It's so weird, man.
It's
so weird.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just anchor.
I saw.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thank
real
you.
Quick. Just quick and popping.
Glad you. Okay. Yeah, but so DC is gonna be interesting. I mean, the Batman again. The Batman is what I'm here for. So.
Oh, the Batman.
That's all I gotta say.
So yeah, but
all I gotta say.
And
anyways,
Dylan's got. What about Moon Knight? You see that little Moon Knight teaser? I thought it was
pretty
good, to be honest. I thought, all right.
I mean, I don't think it was supposed to show anything, and I like that Moon Knight is not. It doesn't seem to be connected directly to anything. You know,
yeah, all I'll say about the Lord of the Rings trailer is I don't really care. I thought it looked all right, and
okay.
Dimes to a Dollar hates it with his entire being and all of his soul.
Okay.
So
it looks okay. I don't know.
A lot of people dumping on it. Don't really understand. Don't get it.
Doesn't phase me.
Doesn't phase me. I'm like, all right, that's a show.
I like Lord of the Rings though. I haven't seen the movies in a long time, but you know I like the universe. And
I like a Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of specifically that orc at Helm's Deep who goes diving into the wall and it explodes. It's a very comical shot the way Peter Jackson. He goes,
what movie is
in the Battle of Helm's Deep when the Uruk-hai blow up the first line of defense? There's this one orc. He's like running with the bomb. And he jumps.
Oh yeah, the one that runs the bomb.
Oh, and it just goes into it and it just cuts to this miniature model.
I don't think anybody has any idea what you're saying. But it's fine.
It's funny. It's funny.
Okay.
You know, I'm making a reference.
Dylan, you're I think you're the biggest Lord of the Rings fan out of the three of us.
I don't know about that. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings, but
we're Dune dudes.
I'm not.
We're Dune dudes.
Yeah, we're the Dune guys.
You're not.
The group.
You guys read the book?
Hey, Arrakis, you know?
Yep.
You guys read the book?
Hey, the spice must flow.
You guys read the book yet?
I can go grab it. Yeah, I got it on my shelf right over there.
You read it?
Yeah.
No. Dylan, you read the book?
I've read it. Not all of it.
Looked at a couple words. I bet I've read every word that's in that book. I bet I've read in other books.
I don't think you have.
No, that's not true. Yeah, no.
You don't think so?
Ain't no way.
They got spacey weird words, man.
Words in that, man.
They got whisper sounds and weird words. Whisper
I have
words.
seen David Lynch's Dune though 4 times, so I think
I haven't seen that movie.
A qualified expert.
I don't think so. I think it does.
All right. So you might.
What do we got? What else do we got?
If you're
here?
a new subscriber, if you're in the chat, you might think I like this channel because of Star Wars. And there's a lot of Star Wars news too, so let's talk about it.
There's a lot of Star
Super
Wars,
Bowl.
but,
There wasn't good
Oh god,
Star Wars news
and that
Super
whole
Bowl, but...
goat thing, so funny. Everyone got
Yeah,
hyped up from
my
the
God.
goat and then they literally
Oh
had a
yeah,
goat
yeah.
in a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
was like I could not believe my eyes when I was like,
Kenobi
My thing is,
I thought it was for the Rams because the Rams were in the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, they're doing like
Oh.
a Ram thing for all the different like hashtags because it's
Right.
this is what they're gonna show at the Super Bowl, and they literally had a trailer with goats dressed in
Right.
costumes.
we just
not-
constantly
we're not
Marvel
psycho.
gets all these spotlight, these stages. You know, you got the Super Bowl, you've got all these big events that Marvel dominates, and Star Wars, like, they will just drop it on like a random like 9 a.m. on a Wednesday.
It's true.
Like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's confusing. I don't know. I don't know what the. But it's weird because, I mean, either way we're gonna watch it. But like, it's like gathering the public audience towards a thing is just very. It's been very weird to me.
Oh, hey, speaking on
I don't know.
news in terms of the public audience gathering towards Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett reportedly the finale had 30% higher
Yeah.
viewership than
I
the Mandalorian season 2 finale.
I think. Oh right, yeah, I did. Yep, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, which is
Mhm.
Very high, and people.
very high.
I've seen, a
And
lot of, I've seen detractors go, "Oh, well, duh," because Disney Plus has more subscribers since 1 year ago. But when you look at the percentage of how many subscribers it's gained, that math doesn't add up at all.
yeah,
Way back in last year, it had about 100 million, excuse me, subscribers. I think now the number's around 110,000. So again, 110 million, excuse me. So it gained about 10 million people. But to have 30% increase of viewership from, it's more. The percentage that they gained and in
Right.
viewership and percentage of subscribers they gained, it's more people.
Well, I
so
think
more
it,
people
I
watch
think
the
it was.
show.
I think it was just because how big
Blech.
the previous week's episode was.
Well, it's weird. I was at the beginning of Boba Fett. I thought I was hearing reports that it wasn't doing well, but now to hear that,
I think it had a slow start.
It had a slow start, but
Yeah.
it did. People were saying it was only tracking a little bit above Hawkeye at this
Yeah.
like first episode, and people were
Right,
like,
right.
"Oh, not looking good." But then by the middle of it, people were watching. I don't know what to tell you.
right.
Someone
Yeah.
was watching.
So yeah,
Someone
was
I was
checking it
watching.
out.
I might be at least a couple million of those.
I think
views.
we watched.
You don't know.
Mm,
I've
doubt
seen the
it.
whole show like 5-6 times. So
It's true.
yeah.
It's true.
It's
nuts.
I
don't
don't, Brad, I'm not sure what the opening viewership was on the first episode.
Just
if,
like-
if that's what you're asking, but
I don't know, with the marketing.
I know it was much lower.
you got
I
to.
know,
They
I
have
know
a
the tracking was.
Star Wars probably has like their biggest show coming in the next 3 months. Like probably their
I think
biggest
the
show
biggest
they'll
show
ever make.
ever. Yeah,
You think maybe they'd at least
Mhm.
drop something of a trailer?
especially on a Super Bowl.
I can't think of a bigger event coming up.
Yeah. So during the stream yesterday, remember when he said
yeah,
Star Wars
that's-
95 said, "Is this season 2?" We didn't know. We thought you were talking about the book because we had the Mandalorian season 2 book. Remember?
I think it
he
was
left
just
that
a
comment?
bad timing. It's okay.
Yeah, but what? I'm
Just
saying
it
I
was
understand.
confused.
Yeah,
I
understand his
know.
comment now. Yeah.
'Cause we were already talking about Mando. That's what it
Mando.
was.
I think because this viewership, they might greenlight a new season. I mean, if it was 30% higher than the end of Mando season 2,
I
That's
think
a
there
lot.
I think there could be another story too in there. I think
I hope so.
I would like to do more into Boba's past, like a lot more. Not like right after Return
I
of the
would
Jedi.
want that
I
personally.
want like during OT and
I would want
prequel.
that. I would want that animated with Daniel Logan voicing it during prequel
Which-
times. Please, it's Daniel Logan.
Yeah, I don't know if they wouldn't call it the Book of Boba Fett. It would be a whole new thing.
No, I'm saying you talking about those stories. I'm saying I don't
Yeah.
need a season 2. What I was gonna try, I don't need a season 2, but I want more Boba. I want. Like,
Oh
those
yeah, well I
animated
mean like
arcs
I would be
finished.
shocked again. I was shocked that he wasn't in the first season of Bad Batch, but I mean he has
He
to
must
be in the second
season. Yeah,
because of they literally name dropped him. So it's
They
like,
did.
what are we doing?
they did do that. And so that was just the first bit of news, and that was just like,
Yeah, I mean like
people watch.
honestly, Mug, they might.
Yeah, I will.
And I'll tell you guys, the most painful thing about it is that there is an edited Kenobi trailer that exists. We were supposed to get it for Disney Plus Day,
Yeah. And I've heard
and I don't
just,
know.
like, people on Twitter that have seen it or know about it have said
Everyone
it's
said it.
insane.
I bet it's great. Of course it is. Kenobi.
No, I mean, why do you
like,
think
what are we
everyone
talking
reported
about?
it on that day?
I
Yeah.
know.
Extreme, listen, yeah. Anyway,
I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
go
Maybe
ahead.
that's a little too far out for a trailer. I kind of get it now. Maybe I don't know. It's so
Hey, I'm
Star Wars
single.
marketing is so weird.
You know, so
Sammy.
so.
So hey, though, can I actually start getting into the news? Because that news was just, hey, people watch Star Wars, which is good news, but not really
good
news.
to know. As a Star Wars fan, you like when it.
I guess
money.
if you're watching this channel, you also probably watch Star Wars, so you knew that someone
Maybe.
was watching it. Maybe. So hey, this is all. I'm just gonna go down the list of the news I have. It's not gonna be in chronological order from the last we talked because we've missed a lot. So I'm gonna go from the most recent thing down. Most recent thing I'm seeing that John Williams is coming back for Kenobi, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
He posted last week
That is a big dub.
on
That's
Friday
like huge.
on
That's actually
Facebook
massive.
that he
Yeah.
was
Big dub.
recording something in the studio, and when asked about it, they said for a television project, and it was like, okay, well, John Williams is recording a television
Jurassic
project.
World, the TV show.
What for?
Probably.
And then just today, some people were saying that he was recording that day for Kenobi, which makes sense. I mean, it tracks, and I think it'll probably be like what they did with Solo, where John Powell did the bulk of the score, but worked out of a
Y'all need to chill.
theme that John Williams did. John Williams composed the Solo main theme, and then John Powell worked out of that and made just a beautiful score. Solo, one of the best Star Wars scores out there. Giacchino did something similar, but he didn't get handed a new piece of music. He worked on the old music. But anyway, I think that someone is going to be doing it for Kenobi. Someone will be getting it. This thing that John Williams does, they make a whole score.
Oh, okay.
Why are you confused about that? That's what happened on
No,
Sunday.
I wasn't following it first. Now
Like
I
they
get
get they get a piece of music and
right
played
from
with
him.
the
Yeah, right.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's gonna be great. I have no doubt.
It's gotta be, right?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. Like, not that I don't think Book of Boba Fett was good, but I can't have those. Yeah, I thought there was all right episodes with Kenobi.
Don't disrespect Joseph Shirley now.
I'm gonna.
Brent will get in here with me. Good composer.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
The composer of Book of Boba.
I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about
Oh,
the show
oh,
itself. I'm
The
sorry.
show
I
itself,
might have
yeah.
got
Okay.
tricked. Yeah. I
Acceptable,
can't have the
suppose.
millennial speeder bike gang. They're all right. I'm okay with them. but
Acceptable.
I can't have them in there.
Don't like them.
I feel like I'm the only human on Earth who loves
decided-
Book of Boba. Just me.
I don't think
Just
so.
me.
I don't.
No, actually, I see a lot of
liked it.
positive vibes about it. Yeah, I see a lot of
Yeah.
positive vibes. Look at this.
Dude, I mean, like
Stay
at
winning.
this point, we can say whatever we want. Kenobi's gonna be great, man. I don't know. I have no doubt. I have faith in the team. I have faith in the project. This is Star Wars 2.5, 3.5, man.
It's Star Wars 2.5.
I know.
This is Star Wars 1.
It's that's Clone Wars, actually.
This is
Star Wars 2.5.
Yeah, Star Wars 2.5 is Clone Wars. This is Star Wars
It's
3.5.
Attack of the Menace clone.
Right. Yeah. What if they
Yeah.
have like a added title, Obi-Wan Kenobi,
So-
Attack of the Revenge of the
This is so further along. 'Cause we got a lot to cover.
the Menace.
That was a funny bit. Good bit.
Thank you.
Good bit. To Dooku.
Nope.
Brent will keep liking this. They also just announced
I
today,
have
and
a
this
stutter.
isn't a rumor. This is official news, guys. This is from Film Music Reporter. They usually do this stuff. Andor officially has its composer. It is Nicholas Bertel, which I didn't know his name, but then when I listened to his music, I went, "Oh, he did most people know him from. He did the theme to Succession,
Yes.
and
sir.
people absolutely
Never seen it.
bop to that theme. Well, just go listen to that theme. Holy hell!
Everyone
am so
talks
excited.
about it. I feel like it's a show that everybody talks about, and it's just like not that good, probably.
I am so excited.
good?
Well, it is good.
Succession? I've heard
Yeah.
only good things about
He worked.
Succession.
I know. I just feel like it's like
I'm just
an
too
overhyped
scared to
show.
start TV shows that aren't Marvel or Disney, and I just
That's-
can't stick to them.
That's sad.
Chill.
okay?
Yeah, a little bit. No, I'm
So
just
this
kidding.
guy works with mostly
Chill.
Adam Bray. Adam Bray. Oh my god, that's the name of author. No. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke in my brain. Vice and Don't Look Up and Adam McKay. Jesus
Adam
Christ.
McKay. Yeah.
Yeah, I said Adam Bray. It's an author. Adam McKay. So he does like the scores for those films.
Book nerd. Only book nerd.
Oh, the nerd. Ha. Anyway,
Wow.
with the vibe of Andor being like this intense spy thriller, listening to some of his music, I put it on earlier. I am just,
I'll
hyped
take a
for it.
listen.
I'm good.
I'll
And so
take a
that one is
listen.
just go do your homework, go listen to it.
I think Andor is gonna shock the world. I'll say it now.
Yeah.
What's today? February 16th. I think Andor is gonna shock the world.
Very
I
cool.
don't think anybody's ready.
You think Andor shocking? Yeah, I mean, no
think-
one's like.
yeah.
I mean, I'm hyped.
No
for
one
it,
is
but
hyped for it. I am
It's
not
always
hyped.
out of
I
the
am.
conversation.
Well, I mean,
it
yeah,
seems to
but,
always
like,
be out of the
it's-
conversation of shows that are coming up.
Yes,
You
that
know,
is that's what I'm saying.
Like people seem to skip over it.
It's got
I
Genevieve
don't think people
O'Reilly as
realize
Mon Mothma.
One, they've been working
I'm
on the
in.
show for so long. It's all not all practical, but they haven't. They haven't used any of the volume or
heavy
anything.
emphasis
It's-
on
yeah.
Here, Dylan, can you
Right.
honestly can you pull up the reel they did like 2 years
Yes,
ago?
sir.
a
For it?
lot. Like everything was on. I mean, everything that we know of was on location. There's so many set
Just
photos
that-
out there.
It's so good, and I specifically want to get it's Neil Scanlan who does all of the creature effects. He's been like working on this show forever, and
Right.
they released this teaser during the Disney Plus day. Like people forget that we have
Yeah.
a trailer, basically a trailer for Andor
Well,
out
it
there.
wasn't really a trailer, but
I mean,
Yeah,
it
but
has,
it was. I mean,
it's 2 minutes of
Mm.
sizzle reel, and then
it was a lot of.
that's all Rogue
footage.
One though. That's-
no,
this
okay,
is
come
Rogue
on
One.
now. The first 10 seconds was Rogue One, yeah.
This is real Rogue One.
Okay, but
Premiere.
this is Diego. This is Diego. It's
I know
Diego.
it's
talking about-
Diego.
But this voiceover. Like,
Come
so-
on,
Voiceover.
man. All right, now this
Look
is
at that.
This is training. Okay,
Oh, he looks good.
he does look good.
chance to explore.
Underrated
Sorry, I don't
scene.
wanna
Underrated
get-
scene.
So
that
look-
shot.
Like, look, hold on. Like, look at all these.
If we don't have sound, we'll be fine.
Like, all this
Yeah.
stuff, man. Just keep going.
Yeah,
It's
wait,
specifically a
yeah,
sh-
yeah. I need to see that. I need to see that. Look at all look at
Well,
all the
it's got- they're
creatures. Look at all the
over
costumes.
like they say at the time about like
Ooh.
600 unique characters. Like, look at all these creatures and stuff.
Look at
and
him.
There's Neil.
Here's
Look at him
Neil.
go. Neil Scanlan.
I
I
just
I love
watched.
this.
I just
Look at this.
watched. Levi
Yeah,
and I were
this
talking about it
looks
last night. I just watched The Director and the Jedi last night.
Great
fantastic.
documentary.
Fantastic documentary. Puts a whole new
Look,
perspective
I'm
on the
like
Last
your
Jedi for me.
teacher that leaves the cursor in the middle of
We'll
the
say.
video.
You're like that. I hate that.
Yeah, that's awful.
Not a good quality.
But then we get like, look at his concept art. Like,
Oh, come on, this is gonna be sweet.
I know. Look
Look
at
at
the
it,
Venator
look
on
at
its
it,
side.
class. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
no
it's
one
fantastic.
does. No one thinks about
No
this
one,
show.
yeah, no one knows about Andor, man.
I'm
No
telling
one
you.
talks
That is a-
about this.
that is a
I'm telling
12
you.
That is a 12
We-
Look at
episode
Liam.
Star Wars
I'm not
show.
hyped for this. to be fair.
We need to be like the spokespeople.
Yeah,
for
we're the
Andor.
heads of Andor.
That
Today
I
is
love
February
Rogue One.
16th.
Rogue One is
We
the-
all
Today-
can say
It'll be a day long.
Andor is gonna slap. Nobody is ready.
No one is ready for Andor. Yeah, no, seriously. This is a 12 episode. That's almost, if you do like cut down, let's say credits in there, let's say all the episodes are 40 minutes. That's like 8 hours of Star Wars live action content coming out this year that has more effects, creature effects, than the entire sequel trilogy combined. That was in there. More than 200 unique characters. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
got the composer. It's crazy. It's gonna have
Come on,
Forrest Whitaker,
man.
Saw Gerrera, all of the Genevieve O'Reilly's coming back as Mon Mothma, Bail Organa. Like, we can see the
Picked up
Ghost
for
Crew
season 2.
picked up for season 2 already.
Yeah.
Filming this year. Like, this is
What
gonna
are we
go
doing
nuts.
here?
It's gonna go
Bonesaw
nuts.
is ready.
Bonesaw's ready. Yeah, man, it's gonna be
And
nuts.
well, okay, here's one thing. K2SO is not in season 1. And he
Yeah.
came out when it was announced.
Okay.
And
And then he said, "I'm gonna be in." He's like, "I might be in a later
Season
season."
2.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And guess what? We're gonna season
what?
2.
We're gonna
We're
season
season 2.
I don't want to be Andor. I don't know something.
I see if they. I'm.
I
I'm
like that.
you know what? This is the one. I hope they. I wonder if they're gonna retcon that K2SO Cassian comic. I don't know. Maybe because I was reading.
Probably.
What do you
no.
think Could be.
I
recommended?
only bring
canon?
it up. I only bring it up. Like, listen, man. Kanan is a unique situation
Yeah.
because I was
Comic
reading.
canon. Comic canon.
Yeah, comic canon. Because I was reading the art of book we just broke down yesterday. Go check out that video. The first
Yeah.
page, like, I'm reading it, like Jon Favreau, like when they researched it, like they said, like, you know, let's go to Wikipedia kind of deal, and they said, oh, Cobb Vanth is in this Aftermath book. Like, they said that in there. It's not just, oh, he was
Right.
in some expanded story. They say Chuck Wendig's Aftermath trilogy. Like, they explicitly say, and Jon Favreau, the showrunner, the writer, says those words about Cobb Vanth being in a book and talking about implementing that story into the show. Like, it's
Yes, sir.
it's not this like bizarre, oh, you know, in like Clone Wars times where George was like, you know, they did it in that comic, but I don't know about that. Like, it's not like, oh, some far off place they did this thing with Evan Peel and then they killed Evan Peel again in the Clone Wars, and like, you know, it happens.
You
Like,
think we'll ever get Evan Peel back in anything?
the other half of the information.
Shout out to MGF.
Shout out to Ross.
Shout out to Ross.
It's not that situation. Like, they are looking to
We
connect.
need to get him on. By the way,
They are actively looking to connect this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But that it could depend on the creator. Like, Tony Gilroy might not be the kind of guy to be like, I want to implement this comic book that told how K2SO met Cassian Andor. Might not be that way. So possible retcon there. But yeah, Andor hype. It's through the roof.
Andor hype.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think nobody's ready.
It's people sleeping.
It's
People are sleeping on it.
but
It's
they
true.
won't.
Ben
I mean, think
Mendelsohn
about it,
back
once
is
we
Orson
get there
Krennic.
and
People are
it's-
saying
No.
that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
true.
We love Ben. It's true. I love that. Clip that. Clip that.
Nope.
Clip that.
Bad
Yeah.
stuff.
But I mean,
Man.
I don't know. I hope it just captures the energy that Rogue One did, but is maybe a little bit more of a cohesive story. I love that movie.
It will
but
be
I
because
just
it's all
I
Tony.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I think it's gonna be great.
Hey,
Do you think, are we gonna see Darth Vader in Andor?
Yo, 1,000,000%.
There is no way we're not going to.
Tarkin and Vader. Tarkin
And
will be in
Vader.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
1,000,000,000%.
Tony, you
No
said
doubt.
you gave me 100% on Han Solo being in Book
He
of Boba Fett.
did. This guy.
And 100% that
Oh.
Doctor Strange was going to be in.
See,
Okay,
see,
yeah, that's not
Levi,
fair.
see, Levi.
Yeah, that's
I
not
told
fair.
you.
Yeah.
That's what he brings up every time when he says I'm not a good source. Every time.
To be
But
fair,
he wasn't in it.
But he
He
was. And he got cut out.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
he,
come
but
on.
he
Got
did,
cut
I
out.
watched the episode and he wasn't there. I don't care.
No,
if he got
was
cut
in it.
out.
fair though. That's
I
not
was
fair.
going off
The
the
Han Solo
rumors.
thing. Come on, yeah, the Han Solo thing might be like a.
That was
maybe-
an unfortunate series of events because
maybe-
I can't even say it here.
Maybe
God
Johnny
damn
got
it.
messed up a little bit in the head, but this,
Why? Not my fault.
But Kevin Feige said, "Oh, that was a thing," and then we took it out. You know, it's not
Yeah,
like
this year Johnny's been listened to a little bit too much.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it's not
not-
true.
It's not like
Johnny's the
come
Mike
on,
Zero
come
of
on.
MCU.
It's not like
true.
some scooper said this. Kevin Feige said
Kevin
he was in
Feige
the show.
said it,
Like,
it got
that's-
taken out.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know,
little.
I'm giving you a
different.
hard
That's little
time, but
different. That's a
No,
little
I
but you
watched the
and
show.
Gibbs bring that
Hey.
up every time.
Hey, speaking of people who aren't going to get taken out, Jimmy Smith's reprising
It's
his role as Bail
true.
Organa in Obi-Wan
yeah.
Kenobi. How about that?
Bail.
Bail.
I could have told you this one,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I think
could've-
that one's pretty obvious.
but it's
Couldn't
still
have.
pretty. Yeah, but I mean, it's still.
And I think
pretty-
he'll
pretty
probably
cool.
be in Andor too. Right, I mean,
There is
Yeah,
High chance, high
no way.
probability.
High
dude,
chance.
he's kind of balling right now when it comes to Star Wars.
Ooh, I have an
He's
idea.
back for Rogue
What
One.
are
he's
the,
coming back for
what are the
Andor and
timeline-
I think we'll see that in Andor.
What is the timeline between
Andor is
Bad
5
Batch?
years before
What's Bad
Rogue One.
Batch? Ooh.
Yeah.
Bad Batch is at most 1 year after Revenge of the
Well,
Sith.
Right. Well, season
wanna-
2, we don't know what season 2 is going to be. What if?
I
What if?
wanna
Vulcan
talk
is-
about-
Season 2 jumps 9 years, 10 years. What do you?
You said
you
5
say
When
years?
when do we think Bad Batch
Andor-
2 is
hold on,
coming
hold
out?
You got 19 years in between episode
Oh,
4
I know,
and
I know,
episode
I know.
3. Andor is 5 years
5.
before 4.
Oh, I think
And
five
then
years
no,
after.
it's a Rogue One
Never mind.
prequel lead up
Yeah,
building
yeah,
the Rebel
yeah.
Alliance.
I was gonna say, what if the
Rebel
Bad
Alliance.
Batch was in? That'd be kind of cool.
Right.
No, I mean they could be, but no.
Yeah.
It's the same.
No, I don't think it
Cassian
would be.
Cassian is the exact same timeline as the Rebels show.
Right. Okay, so
right.
It's
Yeah,
Rebels.
if y'all don't think we're getting Rebels, y'all out of your mind.
Yeah,
We
we'll
getting
see.
I want to know.
Kanan!
I want to know
What?
when do we think we're getting Bad Batch 2? 'Cause we
Lightsabers.
know they
This
said
year.
This
spring.
year they said
but-
spring.
Yeah,
I think I might shadow drop
there's-
in March.
Really?
I think
No,
they might.
it's not.
Yeah,
It's not coming out
dude.
in March.
yeah. I think they might be
It's
like,
either-
here's
it-
a
but,
trailer
like,
coming a couple
we
of
did-
weeks from now.
We did think that they might split the split.
It's a
the season.
spring. It's just
Yeah.
they said spring. That's
You
not
don't
some
think they'll
rumor.
split the season?
Do you think it'll drop March 4th again?
Yeah,
and then-
maybe.
March 4th?
How though?
No,
I mean, it dropped by March. I mean, May 4th. Sorry,
March
May
4th.
last year.
I think it could be
No,
in March.
it wouldn't be May 4th.
I think it could be March or April.
Yeah,
I
but
think
either
could
way,
be.
it's gonna cut into Kenobi, right?
They split
Unless
it.
it comes out in.
I
They
think
split
they'll
it.
split it.
Listen,
Yeah.
Star Wars Insider. you know,
Yeah.
this is Star Wars Insider said spring 2022. This is the magazine that they publish. This isn't leaks. They made that happen. They said spring 2022. And you know what we have an actual date on? May 25th, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
So
When Johnny, when do you think Bad Batch is coming out?
I think it'll be split. I think it'll be half before, half after.
All right, so it's not gonna be split. It's gonna be all one thing.
Mm-mm.
Johnny's not a very good source. Another failed joke. All right, I'm just gonna stop talking for like probably the rest of the stream.
That's not a
No, I
that's not
don't.
like a
I'm just
thing I'm
messing
saying.
with
I'm
you.
just that's a guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
but
know about
Moon Knight though, Brent finishes on May 4th or May 6th or something because Doctor Strange comes out May 6th and Moon Knight finishes on May 4th and it starts March 30th. So I think starting it before Moon Knight might be a good idea. That's just me though. All right,
Yep.
on like because there's just so much we could talk.
There's a lot.
There's
Let's
a
keep
lot.
going. I
There's
like
a lot.
this.
So, if you haven't been following this sort of spiraling rumor, after last year's Rogue Squadron confusion with Patty Jenkins, what's filming, what's not, there were rumors of another Star Wars movie filming. And then that sort of was like, something's filming, we don't know. But during all that time, a lot of the people who check the production websites, these are Bespin Bolton, reliable scoopers, in quotes, scoopers. Like they don't miss. They're not the people who were saying Han Solo. They're not the people because people had to eat crow on that one. Han Solo wasn't in
Right,
Book
right,
of Boba, but Bespin Bulletin always reports good stuff. He's giving you the Naboo starfighters and the
Right.
and the mod gang and the Mando in the show.
Right.
Like that stuff's reliable.
Yes.
Because
Love-
they were looking around for Rogue Squadron, they unearthed a new show. I believe it's called Grammar School is the code name. That's in production right now. It's starting over the summer, and from what people are sussing out, it seems to be a High Republic show with a Stranger Things vibe.
Oh yes, I saw this. Okay.
I don't like
that is what's going on. That's what's
I don't
going on.
like
It's a
that.
young cast.
I feel like it
one
could be
older
fun.
lead.
I don't know. I feel like
it's definitely going to be aimed more towards a younger audience.
Okay.
Or
in
it
the
could
same
not
way
be.
Stranger Things is though.
It-
Like
it
Stranger
could be-
Things, I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
gives
yeah,
you
yeah,
something
yeah.
for everyone. So.
True.
I
It's
don't know. I
weird.
feel like that could be. I feel like Star Wars can
I would
break
have to see
formula with like different genres like this. It just has to be done right, and I don't really know what that means to be honest. But it just has to feel right, you know.
So you,
I don't want it to feel
so
like Stranger Things, but it can be in a similar vein, I guess.
You
know
said
what I'm
that's going to
saying?
be the summer shoot. That's what they're shooting in the summer.
That is December. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Liam
is, that,
hates Stranger Things, brother. I don't know. Season 3 was kind of mid,
John-
but season 1 and 2 were
Johnny contemplating life.
really
Do some
good.
thinking.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So along with the Acolyte, which will be the end of the High Republic era, this show is meant to take place like in the media during the books, kind of dealio. So that is the rumor on the street. Something is filming. That's on the production listings for Star Wars,
Mhm.
and multiple sources corroborating that it's some sort of High Republic cast. Personally, I'm into it. I mean, I love the High Republic novels.
Yeah.
I'm into the comics. I'm excited to see this world on screen. This probably wouldn't come out until the end of 2023 if it's filming this summer.
Right.
And it will probably go Acolyte and then this next year at the end of next year.
Right.
So all I can really say about it is that I'm excited to see it. They cast four leads are what they're casting for. I think like 11 through 13, 2 guys, 2 girls, and
Whoa.
then one male.
11. We're getting okay.
Damn.
11. Huh. That is pretty young, actually.
Yeah, it's young, 11 to
Yeah.
13-year-olds.
Okay.
And then one male aged 30 to 40.
And what was the code name? Grammar.
Grammar
Summer
School.
Is this a show for?
When
like,
was
babies?
this? When did we find this out?
This has been coming out over the past week. It's so about 5 days ago, LRM saying the new series, and by that point, someone already reported that there's a new series. It's Grammar School.
Right.
Would be in June, and that'd be High Republic. Before that, before that, 7 days ago, an unknown from Bespin Bulletin, an unknown Star Wars series is set to film in June under the working title Grammar Rodeo. Excuse me, not Grammar School. And then then 2 days after that, it was the High Republic thing, and then the most recent one is that from LRM. So this is Bespin Bulletin, then
The big guns are
ones.
coming out. And
Big
like,
ones.
yeah,
This
it's
is
a real
kahunas.
thing.
Yeah, this is all different sources. This goes Bespin Bulletin, LRM, and then then the Illuminati are saying that they did the casting info, so it's High Republic.
Okay. I want to speak to this real quick. Cautiously optimistic. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be good.
I
If
feel
it
so
is
bad
good,
for
it's
Paul.
not gonna be anything close to the actual.
When
show.
the creator
I want to highlight this. This is
when
what
the
I
crea-
want to highlight.
when the creator stepped out.
Yeah, I lost all.
To be
faith.
fair,
and
though-
after the Cowboy Bebop
To
live
be fair,
action,
Bye bye bebop.
To be fair,
Yeah.
they stepped out to make their own studio because they were getting paid a lot of money to go.
I
do
mean, they were
something else.
very open.
They were
about the
very
creative differences.
adamant
Yeah!
that they had clear
Okay,
disagreements.
It's gonna be ass. So let's move
Yeah,
on.
it's not gonna be good, but I'll
So-
watch it.
So
I'll
High
hate
Republic
it.
show, that's
Mhm.
happening. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
thing. That's a thing. On
I'm
top
cool
of
with
that,
it.
in
I'm
terms
cool
of a
with it.
show coming much sooner, Ahsoka gets a new player involved. Ray Stevenson. This is from the trades. This is from the Hollywood
Yeah,
Reporter.
yeah,
Gar Saxon?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're making fun of yourself there, buddy.
Yeah, this dude's roasting himself.
up,
So
man.
Ray Stevenson, who you might know from Black Sails as Blackbeard, acclaimed actor, played, you may know if you're a Star Wars fan, as Johnny just said, Gar Saxon in
Gar
Clone Wars
Saxon.
and Rebels. He is not playing Gar Saxon, according to the Hollywood Reporter. He is
Although he looks like he would be a great Gar Saxon in live
Well-
action. Just
well,
saying.
I mean, yeah. But
Just saying.
Gar Saxon, Hollywood Reporter is reporting he is playing an admiral. So people immediately were like, oh no, he's playing Thrawn and not Lars Mikkelsen. But then they clarify an admiral, but not Thrawn. And so to me, that screams Pelion, who, for those who don't know, is like Thrawn's number 2. and he looks like him too. I was sending images to Johnny and Dylan. Like,
Yeah.
to me, having a lead
You know what he
actor
also
like
looks
that.
like is Gar Saxon, but you know.
Why would Gar Saxon?
He
in the
can't be
Ahsoka
Gar
show?
Saxon.
I know. I know.
Not only is Gar
Uh,
Saxon dead, but like, who cares? Like, why?
Flashback.
But
I don't
to what? Like,
Oh God.
So is
Curse
that
Johnny.
guy?
The return of
Is that
Chris.
guy involved with Thrawn?
I'll be right
Is
back.
he like directly?
Yeah, no, he's Thrawn's like number 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I keep seeing things people like Thrawn's
got
the main
mentioned in
villain,
Rebels.
and it's like we know this. Like this is clearly. Do you think Thrawn is the end game for all this like Mandoverse stuff though? Do you think
Maybe.
he's like the big bad?
Alternatively, theory time. I've been theory crafting a lot,
Mhm.
especially since Brent and I digging into that Mando book. They are making explicit ties. Like they're really talking about how they want it with visual storytelling, the ties between this Mando era and the sequel trilogy, and how this era after Episode 6 is just really anything goes in certain places of the galaxy. Like the
Yes, sir.
Empire's holding on and what they're doing, and you know the Magistrate. They talk about the Magistrate. She's a former Imperial shipbuilder, you know, and she's working for Thrawn, and she's mining these worlds and building ships.
Mhm.
But I could see them, and there's a lot of precedent for this, making a distinction between Thrawn and then like the First Order, Gideon First Order
Right.
stuff. Because
Yeah,
people
because
who've
they're
been loyal to-
different. They are
they're
different things.
They've always been
Yeah.
different. And in that episode, you see the fifth Fleet logo, like it's Thrawn's logo, not the Empire's. And
Right.
so I could see Ray Stevenson maybe playing an admiral of the Imperial Remnant, or someone who is against both of these factions.
Right.
This is like someone who represents more of the First Order out in the unknown regions kind of thing.
Right,
like
right,
sort of
right,
like how
right.
General Pride was in Episode 9, a character like that, where this person is representing the third enemy faction. So I could see that.
I mean, like, I just have to highlight it because there was some work put into this. I mean, thank you for this. Thank you for this. I love
Friendship
it.
is
It's
about
magic. It's about magic. What is
Friendship,
it?
yeah.
about?
It's true.
Something you got to figure out for
The
yourself. I think,
complex, I think answer.
Um,
Anyways,
But you're right, Levi. I do. That would definitely be interesting. But does he have to defeat Thrawn for that to happen? Thrawn has to lose for the first. Okay, he does. Do you think?
In fact,
Thrawn
in
joins?
fact,
don't
in,
think
no. In
Thra-
fact, I think
will be
Thrawn
getting
could
defeated for a long
defeat
time.
this man in Starship combat.
But how does Thrawn tie into?
Thrawn's
The
with
First
Ezra.
Order.
That's how it ties in.
But here's
True.
the thing. There's a difference between
Oh,
what
I
we're
see what you're
seeing as
saying.
the Imperial remnants and the First Order, right? One of them
Right.
has to come out on top. The First Order's its own thing going off way
No,
across
I-
the galaxy.
You're right. Okay, you're right about that.
Well,
First,
at, a
there
ti-
is-
at some point, it needs to happen.
the Imperial remnants that we see in Mando could be proxies of the First
Right.
Order. That could
Well,
be.
they
a thing.
say like the guy. I think back to the Believer when he's like,
Yeah,
we're
that-
literally building a new world order, like
Yeah.
Moff Gideon's.
Well,
like,
and
we're
even then, those
yeah.
guys are like the C team. Like the real First Order is bushwhacking with Brendel Hux and Ray Sloan with the Executor and the
I
Eclipse
know
out
Sloan. Yeah.
out in the unknown regions. Like they're doing deals and surviving through Thrawn's hyperspace ways. That's all out there. But the people in the Outer Rim, they're like, you know, they're advanced scouts, so to speak. They're doing the real crummy work. I mean, those guys on Morak are living in like a jungle hut,
Right.
you know,
right,
moving stuff like that's not good stuff. The Imperial Remnant might be tangentially connected, but Thrawn has
Right.
always been he's loyal to power mostly, and he wants to
Right.
protect the Chiss. And in Legends, his empire, you know, the Empire of the Hand, like that was all its own thing. He would always make whenever he's in command, he's making this thing around himself.
Sorry.
What?
What?
Dylan's just a goon, dude.
It's so funny.
What? I'm not goon. I'm not a
You're,
goon.
you're chomping.
Keep going, Levi. I was
So
like,
I just
Levi.
don't think. I think that you're asking how Thrawn plays into it. I think
Yeah.
Thrawn very well may be opposed to the First Order. He plays into it.
I
because
think
he's
so.
with E-
I don't
he-
think he's with them.
he plays into it because he's with Ezra.
Right.
That's how he connects.
but that means Thrawn has to lose, and I like Thrawn.
I don't think he
winning.
does. I mean, if
But
he
the First
loses,
Order wins. I mean, the First Order clearly comes out on top.
well, okay, 25 years from now,
Yeah, I
true.
don't. I think
a lot can happen.
eventually
Yeah.
he will go down. That's for
But there's-
sure.
Would it be
But-
ruining canon to say that Thrawn helps build the First Order?
No,
No.
Okay, so they could do
Why?
that.
that
We don't
could
even- do
that
we-
could
what do
happen.
we even-
I just don't
What
think
do
it will.
we even know about the origins of the First Order? Not much, right?
Well, we know Sloane is a big.
I mean,
player
I
in it,
know.
right?
I know a little
Yeah,
bit 'cause I'm a
Levi,
bu-
see,
I'm a-
that's why
I'm
I'm
a-
asking
I'm
Levi,
that's
'cause
what I'm
I-
asking.
I'm a
though.
book reader. We know you're right. I mean, in terms of
Not a lot though.
we don't know a lot, but we do
Right.
know a little.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Like after
Give me some.
Give me something. So after, in terms of like the First
make me
Order,
Go make me some.
as like a there's the Republic and then there's the First Order. There's two different things on the map. That doesn't
Right.
happen until much closer to Force Awakens. There is a second like separatist movement, and then the First Order becomes a thing in the northern top of the galaxy.
Right.
That happens later. But in terms of the people surviving out there after Operation Cinder, the people who escaped Jakku, that section of Imperials, led by Ray Sloan, they go out into the unknown region. So that's like out where the Chiss are, and crazy shits going on. And they're what is your problem?
I don't know. I can't.
You,
like I'm
you,
listening.
it's very distracting.
Every time I look over at Johnny and he's like laughing.
It's very
Now I'm laughing. Now I'm laughing at the stupid freaking icon. Ugh.
Okay, all right. Remove. You're the one that
moving
asked
on.
Levi.
I didn't ask for.
So in
Go ahead.
Resistance, the Castellan is also that's where there's planet Resistance take place. It's way out there on the edge, and the First Order is like
I'm sorry.
They're establishing-
I'm genuinely sorry.
their supply lines for the final. They're gonna move on the galaxy. Like 'cause the Republic and the First Order are in a state of Cold War. It's really interesting actually. If you read Bloodline, but in terms of more towards the Mando era, it's like Legends, in which the Empire, Massa Amida, signs a peace deal with the Republic, and there's like an actual little core in the core worlds. There's like an empire, but it falls apart to infighting. And then you have like the Imperial warlords on the Outer Rim, Moff Gideon, those dudes. And then that's technically speaking different than the First Order. Those people are like out of the galaxy. And so then Thrawn would be more akin to one of these warlords, because he hypothetically at the end of Rebels gets sent out, and then he's gonna come back with Ezra, because the magistrate in Mando season 2 is building him a fleet.
Right. Well, so my thing is,
You were asking though
all
about
right,
the origins of the First Order, and I didn't answer that
Thrawn
question
is-
at all.
Thrawn is at
I totally
large.
miffed.
Thrawn is at large during the time of Mando. Like I assumed. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Thrawn.
I assumed that.
He's blue.
I don't know. I assumed that he was still out in the unknown regions with Ezra not really operating, and that the magistrate was the one kind of taking the lead, or sort of
doing the
you know
work in the
waiting for him
galaxy.
to get back. Yeah.
Possibly.
So
Nope.
keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, Chad's
But
blue.
anyways, so what do we think Thrawn and Ezra are doing? Like I see Brent said he thinks that Ezra's gonna join Thrawn. I think that could be cool.
I think
That would
so
be
too.
cool.
But this is where it gets into too much hypothetical in are they going to adhere to Timothy
Right.
Zahn's Ascendancy trilogy or not? And
Okay.
that's
You
like
think they
One
will?
would hope.
that it's just too
Right?
it's not even too much to ask. It's just we can't theorize, because I'd have to explain the entirety of the Ascendancy trilogy, but two, Dave Filoni, they've shown that they're willing to adhere to something, because they talk about Operation Cinder and the contingency, and they have the cloning, and they talk about Cobb Vanth
Right.
and Black Chrysanthemum. Like they're clearly adhering to something, some at least
Right.
Yeah,
loose
yeah, yeah.
interpretation of the canon that we have from books and novels, or comics and novels. So maybe it's just the whole thing about Thrawn is he's trying to build stuff up to defend against the Grisk. Like that's the ultimate thing. But normal human beings who are watching Star Wars are gonna go, what the hell is a Grisk? What? There's a blue race of blue people out on the other side of the galaxy, and they have a whole thing going on. What's that? And there's these books. Yeah, it's the same thing with like the Yuzon Vong.
Right.
Most Star Wars fans who just watch the movies, casual people who saw the movie, don't know what the hell that is, and that there's a whole extra galactic thing, and no one knows. The people,
Well, you do
people
raise a
have
good point.
people have barely seen Rebels, and like when Ezra shows
Yeah,
up, people
yeah,
can
yeah.
be like, "Who is this? What's
Who is
now?"
this person?
Like,
Yeah, they're
so-
gonna have to do a really good job
I
to
don't know.
re-explain that.
But
I don't know.
however,
I guess this is the main question of the.
Yeah, Mount Tantus.
of
They
the
just brought back
show.
the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I'm thinking Grogu's there.
I'm thinking
I
Grogu's
feel like that's a solid theory.
I think
of
that's a
it.
send up. I think Bad Batch saves Grogu. Send up.
What do you think Thrawn's goal is, though? You probably know
I
Thrawn better
don't
than all
want
of us,
that,
Levi.
Levi.
If
I
there's
don't
no
want that
Empire, does
connection.
Thrawn care?
He
The Empire's gone. Does he care?
Mm,
Could you see him
Well-
and Ezra joining up?
No, he
to,
doesn't
like-
care about. He doesn't care about like, oh no. I mean, he cares in the sense that he was using them to potentially use his allies to help fight the Grisk. So now that they're gone, he would care about that. But he wasn't. His allegiance is first to the Chiss, not to the Empire. Put it that way.
Right.
He cares more
Okay.
about the Chiss.
So if the Chiss are somehow,
He's like a guy. He's like a guy who role played. He role played so long as being a bad guy, he actually just became a bad guy.
He just became a bad dude.
That's literally that's the Thorn
He
character.
put on a
Like,
character for
he
so
is
long.
he's so meticulous about the way he wanted to play things that he just fell into this role of being a bad guy. Like he's ultimately
Being that guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy.
guy.
He's
that
like
guy.
he rationalizes everything through this lens of, you know, when he's bombing the citizens of Lothal, he's like he got to the point where he's like everything is rationalized through this point of
Right.
oh, I'm doing this because eventually the Empire is gonna come back around and help me.
Right.
Like
right,
in
right.
the end of the Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy, he's like, oh, I'll come back in a year. Man's is gone for 18 years. Like
Yeah,
he goes, man. Like he checks back sometimes, but like he really fell into the whole Empire thing. Like he got
Right.
corrupted by Palpatine. Like it happens. It happens.
I'm just thinking, like, what does he want now, though?
He
Like, I
wants
guess
the
that-
most amount of power. He wants
Okay.
power so he can use it to protect the Chiss
So
Ascendant.
if Thrawn sees this little, you know,
According to the
first
novelist.
order in wherever they are building up, he's gonna be like, hey, maybe I can get a
See?
piece of that.
That's also a possibility. But he also
Right.
might go, you guys are nuts. Palpatine just lost the last war. Like the Empire just collapsed. I'm doing my own
Right.
thing with the people who are loyal to me still, because
Right.
his troops are loyal to him. Like that's how
And
that
hey,
goes.
if he finds out that a Jedi defeated the Emperor and he's got Ezra with
He
him,
got Ezra with him.
and he's like, yo, okay, well, I guess a Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. Luke Skywalker. He's like, yo, I got Ezra. Maybe this is the move to get some power. you
Although
know?
it is canon that Thrawn helped Palpatine explore the unknown regions, which would in turn help the First Order. So,
Right. So
there could
maybe
be
that's
connection
a
there.
long game there.
although like we're there's just like that's what I'm saying. There's so much nuance to this. Like, what if Ray Stevenson is that? I don't know. What if there's an alliance between them and it falls apart? What if it's like
Yeah.
hostilities? Like, there's so much stuff that we just can't talk about because it's
Right,
we don't
right,
know.
right.
And the ultimate thing though is we're talking about Thrawn, but this show is called Ahsoka, and
Yes.
Dave Filoni is going to focus most of the writing on Ahsoka.
Honestly,
And-
yeah, well,
And
right.
it might be like the Thrawn aspect of this all might be pretty loose for a while, for the next couple years.
Well, I mean, because the good part
She's
of the
looking
show
for
is going to be trying to find them.
Yeah, she's
You
looking
can't-
for 'em.
We lose a lot if she finds him in the first couple episodes, you know. So I
I
can
can
maybe
imagine the
see-
first episode ends with.
I can see
Ezra
maybe
and Thrawn.
Thrawn and Ezra getting another point of view.
Yeah, I could see it maybe cutting
back.
back and forth. I hope so.
Do you guys like, after seeing Rebels and knowing Ezra's arc, do you guys like the situation where Ezra turns bad?
Well, he wouldn't be
Ezra.
bad. That's the thing. That's the problem with Thrawn, is according to, depending on which version of the character is, he's like an
not-
anti-hero, and I could see him, a good version of Thrawn, convincing Ezra, hey, this threat to the galaxy, the Grisk, is so important that we got to
Right.
team up, because we're out there, doing space kumbaya when you hyperspaced us out with the Purgo,
Right,
and now we're stuck out here. We gotta make amends. And hey, I was doing all this, even though I'm a bad guy, I did bad things. I'm doing all this to try and help and protect these other people.
Right.
So you
So,
want to help
but
me out?
I guess what I'm asking, do you see Ezra going dark side mode? Or do you think we've gotten
I
too
mean,
much
it's,
good
it's,
Ezra?
it's in his character, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't think. If you're expecting him to have a red lightsaber, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
However,
I just think
I'll shut the fuck up and
I don't
accept it if it happens, because that'd be really cool.
That would be
that would be sweet. It's just, I don't know, Ezra, I mean, I know it's Rebels and it's like, it's a kid show at the end of the day. It's still really good Star Wars. They didn't
They
really
could,
play
though.
around. They didn't really play
could.
around with Ezra having like
Bro.
a darker side to him, you know?
What? Yes, they did. You're nuts.
No, they did, but it didn't go anywhere. It didn't there was no
Yeah, you're
When?
crazy. You're crazy for that.
I
You're
mean,
crazy
he
for
doesn't
that.
really
What the
resolve it though.
He
I
like
mean, he's like-
kills people, dude. He literally
I know,
forced
I know,
mind controls that
Kanan,
I
and,
switch
think-
Kanan and him have so many fights.
I think me and a lot of other people would agree that
the Maul
kind
and the
of,
Bendu, and yeah, come on.
I know 100%, but that
He
to me
got
wasn't-
got the Sith holocron.
Yes,
That was him.
I know. There was a lot of setup to it. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying I don't think they went far enough into that as they should have. And I think there's a lot of people out there that agree. Or I mean, I've seen that as a very large complaint. about the
I agree with
character.
Dylan that there is a common opinion out there that the show didn't fully explain, didn't pay off his dark side element.
Sure.
I don't personally agree with
I think Twilight of the Eclipse did that pretty well, but that's just me.
Twilight of the Apprentice, yeah.
Apprentice, sorry, but I say
That
Eclipse.
paid off
Yeah.
Ezra's dark side thing.
I think so.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't
Yeah,
think
when
he's
did
seen the
Twilight
show.
of what did
It's-
that have to do
Twilight of the
with?
Apprentice is the end of season 2. So
I know, but I was
Season-
trying to think. Season
he
3
was a
didn't really go
kid.
into that.
No, he
Season
opens the
three- I don't think
holocron
season
when
three-
he opens the
What
holocron. when
even
he's
was season
older.
3?
Dude, you're nuts. Season
remember.
three.
Why are
Season
you
three's
yelling at me about the
Thrawn.
show? You don't
Yeah,
even
you.
know
Yeah,
that.
I know for a fact that Dylan just watched it. I
I
know you-
watched it twice. The
Okay.
whole show.
Okay, and I've seen it like
Okay.
8 times.
Yeah?
Alright? This is
Oh no, no,
content.
no, no, Brent. This is kind of what I guess I made it. I opened up weird to this, but like, I don't. Ezra's character in Rebels, I think they
Dylan-
showed that he has a darker
Yes,
side, but
Dylan
they
has a
didn't
fair
really
complaint.
pay it off.
Because the cliffhanger ending of season 2 is him opening the Sith holocron,
Right.
and then in season 3, by the middle of the season, it's pretty much resolved. That is what he's saying.
Right. Without any big, like, I don't think there's a big real moment where it's like, I can't, like, still has a lot of his, like, crazy, like, I have attachments. I am, like, this, like,
Although
Jedi.
Although I disagree upon rewatch that there aren't those moments there. When he uses the Force to manipulate the monsters on the ruins
Yeah,
of
isn't
Annexus
that's dark side.
to attack the
Right.
Grand
Right.
Inquisitor, dark side moment.
Hmm.
Then there's the dark side moments throughout season.
But is
1
that
and 2.
before or is that
That's
after?
before. That's before.
Yeah, that's what I'm
season 1.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's why I said.
But
No,
again,
this is
I think
holocron thing. was
just the
kinda
way the show ended off and, like, his
antithesis of that.
characterization, it
It's the wrong
didn't
word,
feel like that's the direction they
Or
wanted
the
to take the
end of
character,
that.
but also I didn't think they necessarily had plans to do with the Ahsoka show then.
I think
So,
I think the
I don't
first
know.
3 episodes of season 3 are the darkest you see the Ezra
Yeah.
character. He's
and
killing.
I feel,
Yeah.
personally, I feel like that got resolved a little too quick.
Too soon.
Whereas,
which is a fair
know, you have-
complaint. Fair, accurate and fair.
Okay. Now I understand what you said.
right.
I think
No,
the-
I'm sorry.
the-
I
the
came out
opening-
the
opening
game
was-
being like, yeah, Ezra
Very
had no
confusing.
dark side struggle. He did. He definitely did. But I don't think it was necessarily a struggle. I think he did some wrong things. Then all of a sudden, he was kind of, just like
Yeah,
a
because he
normal
had to
Jedi.
Bendu
again.
and Kanan to
Right.
because Maul was messing with his brain.
Okay.
But with the season ending, with the series ender, do you think there's a Ezra dark side man out there that can happen?
Well, not
Do you think
necessarily dark,
Dark side.
but not light side.
Conflicted.
Okay.
Conflicted.
We'll say conflicted.
Because what I was saying is they already technically did that. They already had that in mind, and that got resolved. So I don't know. Would it
True,
feel weird to bring
but-
that up again?
But
Would it
this
like-
is like 10 years later, over 10 years
Right.
later. And
But it
it's
would kind of be
using-
repeating arcs, right? I mean, it would be different.
I guess, but like using it as if you do it in the right way, with where Ahsoka has to pull him back or Luke has to pull him back.
Right.
I think it's interesting because he'd be
Sure.
a Force user with Thrawn.
Right.
I think that's cool. I think the cool
That would be
factor
cool.
outweighs the we're redoing the arc.
And
like,
Thrawn using Ezra to his benefit, I think that'd be really
yeah, I mean,
interesting.
it's
as
way.
well.
Be sweet.
I think it's way too cool to pass. up.
Right. I could picture a thing where Thrawn and Ezra, they are working together, and their motives align, and then Thrawn gets a
Exactly.
better deal out of it all of a sudden, and ends up betraying Ezra. So that could be pretty cool.
Doesn't
Well, you
that?
just-
I don't
you
know
gotta
the story.
Yeah, you got to
Um,
understand. I think I know what you're about to say, Johnny. The history of Thrawn as a character is in the Heir to the Empire trilogy.
Yeah,
a core
that's-
part of his
Right.
plan is
messing with
manipulating
the
and utilizing a Force user,
Force
George
user.
Sabayoth.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I was
Like,
gonna say.
he has a Force user as under his command. It's him,
Right.
Pelion, and then the Force user, George Sabayoth. And so in this redone version,
Ezra might be that
fit that role.
character. Yep. I think so too.
For sure.
He's a cool ass guy. He's got like he's a wizard. Got like white. I don't know.
He
I
is-
haven't really. He's like a wizard type. beat.
He's a wizard. Yeah, he is a wizard.
Wizard.
He's a
well,
wizard.
Spoiler: he is a crazed clone. That's what
Of
he is.
Yeah.
of Jorah Sabayoth. He's not actually Jorah Sabayoth. He's a
Oh.
A
clone.
lot of
Jorah Sabayoth.
clones in that legend stuff. A lot of cloning
Yeah, a
going
lot of
on.
clone.
Palpatine clone. Got
Yep.
the
You got Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
Oh yeah, that was a Luke clone. Yeah,
But-
yeah.
But so this clone, this
Mm.
guy Jorah Sabayoth, was cloned by Palpatine
right.
to guard essentially Mount Tantus, which we just saw in the Bad Batch. So it's like all of these elements are coming. Like we literally just saw this thing. Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Carter friend
What?
coming out with
What-
the,
what-
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
happened, Carter?
oh, what's it called?
Feathers
The Wallace and
McGraw.
Gromit.
Feathers McGraw. Wrong trousers. Badass. Absolutely badass.
Are you talking about freaking Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
It's the
It's
Wallace and Gromit
cheese,
stream.
Gromit. It's made
This
of
was secretly a
cheese.
Wallace and Gromit stream the whole time. You just
Yeah,
couldn't
I
see
don't know.
it.
See, there's your cheese stream, Anchorman.
Yeah.
Carter,
No,
hope
Car-
you're doing well.
Carter knows what. No, he knows the assignment. He always comes in with a banger comment
It's
way
true.
deep into the stream, and
It's
it
true.
always makes me laugh. It
Every
always
time.
makes me.
I
laugh.
know. I
Every
got
time.
confused, but now I get it. That's good. Thank you,
Hex
Carter.
girls,
Thank you, Carter.
Wallace and Gromit.
Thank you, Carter.
Yes. Yeah. Brent, to refocus here for the last little bit of the
Yep.
show. They just dropped Mount Tantus in Bad Batch. You don't
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not like,
yeah, that's clearly gonna be a much bigger thing in
like
the second
that's
season
that's
as well.
that's and they're doing stuff with cloning
Right.
on Mount Tantus.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Hey, I
now.
mean, listen, Disney
brought
knows
Nala Se there.
Grogu's making them money. If he's on Tantus and people are like, Grogu's on Tantus? They're gonna go, watch Bad Batch season 1,
I don't
watch
know
Bad
if
Batch
I
season
want.
2.
I don't know if I like the Grogu Bad Batch idea.
He's there. I'm
like it.
I'm like 1,000,000%
Yeah.
in on that.
I mean, it tracks, right? It tracks.
Yeah,
with,
Ahsoka
everything they
tells
were
him
trying to use
he
him
gets
for.
taken from the
I
temple.
get how it could work.
He gets
I
taken from
get
the
it, I know,
temple,
I
and then
get it,
everything
I
goes
get it.
dark. Everything goes dark, and I think it's
And
because
what
he
better
was
place
under...
than Mount Tantus? I get it.
Yeah, I think
get
he
it.
was there.
Yeah.
I think the 501st
I get it.
scoops him up and they take him off,
I get it.
and then he gets saved. by the
Although
Bad
you know what? Although it was weird. So in that flashback in Book of Boba Fett, it seems like the clones almost don't see Grogu. Like when they're like, they
I
don't-
noticed that. It
You know
looks
what
like
I'm
they look
saying?
beyond him. It
Beyond
looks like
him.
they're yeah.
So I've always been like,
And they're also running pretty fast for Grogu being that close.
Yeah.
But we don't really know the POV.
Well, there's
like,
probably
how
something
exactly
behind
the POV is set up. Yeah, I think that.
Also,
I think
I'm
that's
losing it
possible.
over that shot.
but
Everyone is talking about.
he's in the middle
everyone-
of a hallway.
Everyone is talking about how those clones are practical. I don't understand. I think they're CGI.
They're not. They're
Like,
CGI.
They're not
100%.
practical. What?
Who
Yeah,
said
everyone
they're
said
practical? That was a
Everyone
CGI
is saying
clone,
it.
man.
Literally look up
Bruh.
the clone. The discourse around that scene is, wow, this is the first time we are seeing practical clones. BS, man.
Yeah,
I'm
what
glad you
about
guys
that?
Completely
agree.
wrong.
I'm glad you guys agree.
George
Look-
Lucas walked in himself
But it's
and
not even-
made
but
those
it's not even
clone
a
models.
debate.
Like,
It's
are you
not a
kidding me?
debate.
Clones.
Uh,
It is.
make-
Everyone thinks they're real.
It's not a debate. It should not
The
be a
Marauders
debate.
think they're real. All the reactions.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's insane to me. No.
I know. I thought they were CGI. I was like, this is clearly CGI. and
How
everyone's
is that a
going,
debate?
Wow,
That doesn't make any
live
sense.
action clones in person armor for the first time.
I think we could still see that very soon, but I don't think that was definitely not it.
I
No,
know,
they were
it wa-
CGI. They
it's
were
weird.
CGI.
Clearly.
Or
yeah.
maybe they are real.
Yeah.
No.
More people, I feel like, are talking
Or-
about the Barris thing. This is
not.
kind of old news, but I think it's all
Barris
just an
Old
Easter egg.
news.
I think it's just
The
an Easter
Barris
egg.
thing is really interesting.
It's weird.
I think. I think
I
there
think
could be
it's
a
just
lot
Dave
coming
Filoni
out of that.
Hey, you know what I think is
Crimson and
interesting?
Fawnin.
We've been going for almost an hour and 20 minutes. I think that's
True.
interesting. I think maybe we should.
That's interesting to you? That's something
I think maybe we should start to wrap up the show.
I
yeah,
think
no,
Barris is interesting. We'll see what happens with
Thanks. Okay. Okay.
yeah. Ooh, good take.
Good take.
that. True.
I don't think that symbol necessarily had anything to do with
No, I think it's just
her
where it was.
connection to Grogu.
I think
I
that's
think
where
it's-
it was in the temple. Because when you watch that episode,
There's
those
a
symbols
theory
are on
with
the
her.
door.
But listen, yeah, no, it's true because Barris is like
There's
it
a theory
kind of
with
worked
her.
because Barris is like in jail, right? And then they'd let her out.
She
I
might
guess.
have taken him.
She got out of jail.
She might have taken it.
Because
She
she's
got
an
out of
inquisitor.
jail. She might be an Ahsoka.
Why wasn't she an Inquisitor? What?
She could be still.
She
Yeah,
could be.
technically.
You
She
know?
was. She was supposed to be the
There's
second sister,
some-
and then they got
there's
told
some,
no.
There's
Ooh,
some.
okay.
No, yeah, she was going. Barris was going to be the villain. in
Inquisitors
Fallen
we
Order.
don't know, right?
Do you think she's in Ahsoka, or do you
What?
think there's a
Yeah,
connection
she was
to
going to
her
be the
in
second
Ahsoka?
sister. They wanted to make Barris the villain, and
Since
then
when?
they
I
said
didn't know
no
that.
because Dave still wants to use her in other places.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's clearly means just like Ahsoka or something.
I know. That's just like one of those
Yeah.
policy things. I mean, they didn't let JJ use Coruscant in.
Well, because he
Seven.
was gonna blow it up. So.
Well, true,
I don't-
but the reason they gave is
Oh
because,
my god, could you imagine if that happened?
but the reason they gave is because they wanted to use it in other
Oh,
material.
God.
And where was
Yeah,
it in other
right, right, right.
material? Nowhere.
Exactly. No, not yet. Anyways, right.
So on
So-
some things they just have a policy of you can't use this because it's
Right.
reserved.
Right, 'cause it's-
But also, there could always just be like, no, you're not gonna kill Barris off in this video game. You know,
True that,
like it
true that.
doesn't. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
they-
Dave
maybe
wants to tell
they're
that
just being
story because that's
productive on
Dave and
Yeah,
Dave
yeah,
George's character.
exactly. Right.
that is a too big of an opportunity to
And I
pass
want
on.
to push back so hard. I think upon rewatch of that episode, it is just a symbol that is on all of the doors in that.
Is it?
part of the-
Every
part
door?
of the temple?
Yeah,
It's on multiple doors. I
Brent
think it's
said it
just,
was both.
You
both
sure it's not
on the
just-
left and
oh,
right?
okay.
yeah. I
Interesting.
I only noticed
yeah.
the right.
No,
I
it's
didn't
on.
We know it
Brent
was
said
on her door at least.
It's on
in the
her door, and
in Clone Wars.
in Clone Wars and in Book of Boba, it's on both doors. I think it's just on the doors in that area of the
okay.
temple.
So it's not her symbol, but it does kind of
But
make.
what
up
does
the
it
symbol
mean?
on her
Because it's
face,
purposeful.
right?
What does
Yeah,
it
well,
mean?
I think it just means that he was in that part of the temple, which might be the
Yeah.
youngling quarter.
All I know is Wikipedia once had it as Barris off,
And they changed-
Then
they changed it to
that
unidentified
after the
symbol.
episode.
Because someone basically, I mean,
Okay.
which is totally fair.
Alright.
They probably just had it labeled as Barris' symbol because that symbol
Yeah.
appears nowhere else. It's in that one scene in
Well,
Clone
why
Wars,
would
and-
Barris have her own symbol? It feels kind of weird too. like.
I know,
don't
but the
she's like a
symbol is also the
Padawan.
4 dots that are like.
Yeah,
on
I
the-
know. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
what is she? Is she a Mirialin? Something like-
Miralin, yeah.
Yeah,
Mary
maybe
Allen.
it's just I don't know. Maybe it's
Mir-
just
Mir
their
Allen?
symbol. I don't know why they would have.
Yeah,
a symbol,
I
but-
always forget that there's a Lando show that was announced.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, we don't worry about that because Andor and
We had each
Ahsoka
other.
and Kenobi. We got so much ahead of that.
Not as
I'm-
fast as this ship.
I'm very excited though for that show.
I love that moment in Rise of Skywalker.
We'll
Good
see how it
moment.
goes.
Good Lando moment.
Kind of a bad movie. All
That's
right,
the movie we want.
let's wrap the show up, baby. Woo!
Guys,
thank you, everybody, for
Thank
checking
you for coming
out
in.
this all lunar stream.
We will have a podcast next week, hopefully.
We will.
I think so.
Don't say that for sure. We don't
We
know.
will.
You can't say that.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it so we do it. We
Okay.
had this. We had the Super Bowl break. You know.
John,
what?
you go.
Book of Boba Fett
Never mind.
ended.
I'll say that. I'll say it after this.
What? Oh
Um,
God, we'll talk as guys.
all right, maybe.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
sign off the stream. Good
Thank
night,
you,
everyone.
everybody.
Or
Bye
good morning.
bye.
Said it was like 2 a.m. That's insane.